Hello, everybody. Hopefully, for the third time today, Mike Valentine, you let me in, and I appreciate it. We did two other ones before this one. We did Who's Going to Get Jeremiah Love, and we did the Rodgers riddle, asking such questions like, is he holding them hostage? Should the Steelers just move on? A lot of different things to look at. It's like a 7-minute video. So if you haven't seen it yet, go back and watch it. The Jeremiah Love video is about the same. So thank you very much for being here with me on the Sports Pulpit. But let's talk about now. Now is the draft day decision that the Pittsburgh Steelers have to make. And why do they have to make a draft day decision? Well, if you look at it, ladies and gentlemen, the draft is in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I'm sure over half of the thousands and thousands of people who are going to be there will probably be Pittsburgh Steelers fans. And currently, they picked low in the first round. And in this draft, low in the first round, I don't know exactly what that means. So because of all of these things, here's the question. Do you think that the Steelers have to do something to kind of spice this up? Do they have to make a trade? Do they have to? Well, they've got a draft day decision to make. And we're going to talk more about it right now on the Sports Pulpit. All right, let's fade that music down a little bit in the background as we always do, and let's get into this. Because guys and gals, most of you know you're probably getting ready. You're getting the nachos out, and you're getting everything ready to go. It's draft night. I know my buddy Cheese will be there. He and I do the Lights Out Sports podcast, and there's lots of podcasts that we do right here on All Gloves Off Sports Media. Not just Lights Out Sports podcast with Cheese and I. You've got the Red Hot Reds. You've got Minor League Monday. You've got Football with Cheese, the show that he does by himself. And we're going to be adding 2 new shows, another football show and a wrestling show as well by the end of the month. It's an exciting time to be here with us at All Gloves Off Sports Media. So do me a favor, like, subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications, and I promise that we won't disappoint. Okay, so a couple of things that I want to do here. The very first video, the one that I did live earlier today, there was a couple of comments that came up and I missed them, and I want to apologize. The Hit Machine said that there were some good tight ends in that draft, and he's right. I mentioned one of them. And then Cakewalk 4602 said, with great power comes great responsibility. And that person's right. We're going to talk about that more right now with Pittsburgh as well. So Pittsburgh picks 21st in the draft today. But is that enough to get their fan base excited? I mean, 21st, you're going to pick a lineman. You're going to pick, I don't know. So you're not going to pick it. You might maybe get a receiver at 21. Maybe Boston will be there. But, Tate's going to be gone. Tyson will be gone. All of the big guys will be gone. Maybe you can get the second or third best corner, but I'm not even sure about that. So what is sexy about 21? And if you don't get something like that, are your fans going to be disappointed in your town where the actual draft is taking place? Now let's talk about these picks, right? So looking at the Steelers picks, they do have 12 of them. They got 1 in the first round, 21 we already talked about. They've got 1 in the second. It's pick 21 in the second again, so it's 53rd. Once you get to the third round, though, they've got 3 picks. They've got the 12th pick in that round, the 21st pick in that round, and the 35th pick in round 3. So 76, 85, and 99 overall. That's how we say they've got those picks in the top 100. Then you go 2 picks in the 4th round, 1 in the 5th, 1 in the 6th, and 3 more in the 7th. Total of 12. Do you package some of those picks and try to move up in this draft? I don't know, because here's the problem with this draft. What are you moving up to? There's no big quarterback at the top of this draft for them to go get, which is what they really need. And they've got a lot of other pieces. So I don't really know what you're trading up for. How about this? What if they trade back? What if they just get out of the first round altogether and just collect a ton of picks in rounds 2, 3, and 4? Honestly, I think that might be their best bet. They could get a lot of average players that probably half of them will play on Sunday. Maybe that's the route the Pittsburgh Steelers go. But can you imagine the fan reaction if they say, and we've traded the 21st pick and now we have no picks in the first round? Will their fan base turn on them at a live draft? I don't think you want to take that chance, do you? So this is an interesting dilemma for them. And as I spoke about in the one before this one, when we did the Rodgers riddle, is Rodgers really going to let them know what's going on? Maybe they take Ty Simpson at 21. Oh, wouldn't that shake things up? So what do you guys think? I think Pittsburgh has a really, really big dilemma ahead of them. That's why I called it the draft day decision. What are they going to do? Do they stay pat? Do they trade up? Do they trade back? And then what is the live reaction from their fans going to be depending on which one of those three things they do? I think it's going to be really interesting. I'll give you something else that's really interesting. Let me put the scan code up here on the screen for you. That's it right there. You guys can scan this barcode or this QR code right now. This is for Forward Fan. Forward Fan's a great new website that's teaming with us here at All Gloves Off Sports Media, and they're giving you a chance to get a $100 credit for free to their site just by scanning that QR code right there on the screen and then filling out that little short survey that they've got for you. Nothing crazy, no what's your social security number, what's your address, none of that kind of stuff, just basic information, all right? And then you're like, well, what is Forward Fan? Well, let me tell you, Forward Fan, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for being here with us, is real simple. Do you think your do you think that your team can make it to the World Series? Do you think your team can make it to the Stanley Cup? Do you think your team can make it to the Super Bowl? If you do, go to forwardfan.com right now and lock in your price. They're not doing the Super Bowl yet. It's a little too far out, but they are doing the World Series right now. And guys, you can get an upper level World Series ticket for a guaranteed price, depending on what your team is, $5. I swear, $5. Now, you have to have low expectations and be a Washington Nationals fan or a Colorado Rockies fan, but $5 for those teams. To get a little more reasonable, Cincinnati Reds are like $60 for that ticket. Still a great value because tickets to the World Series are over $1,000, sometimes up over $2,000, depending on what teams and where it's at. What you can do, use that scan code. Get yourself a $100 gift card to Forward Fan, and then book your ticket prices now and lock in that price. All right, guys. Hey, thank you very much for being with us. Appreciate it. I've released 3 of these videos today. Hopefully the crazy old man can get all of them released. I appreciate you. I thank you all very much. And I tell you this, we wouldn't have this show without you. So I thank each and every one of you for being with us. And remember what Ernie Banks said. I think it's very telling. The only way that you can figure out if you're a good sport is you have to lose.